What's going on, everyone? iLootGames here, back with another video, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the trailer today. It's playing in the background. It was amazing. I'm so stoked to be able to finally play a new season, get a new legend, and a brand new map. Like, that's the biggest thing ever. I'm going to go ahead and get into my thoughts on some of the things that we were shown today, and then I'm going to let you guys know what the buffs are, the abilities, the changes that we're going to go ahead and see. So one of the first things I want to talk about, even though it wasn't like a huge deal, is that they did add clubs. So clubs is really cool. You can have like an admin, you can invite people to a private group, or you can go and look for other people to play with in clubs. The only problem I have with the clubs is that there is a 30-member limit. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, I guess I can create a club for just me and my staff, but that's no fun. I want to have a club for all my subscribers on Twitch or something, you know? So that kind of sucks that there's a huge limit. It kind of makes it useless for content creators. But we'll see what people come up with when it comes to that. It is kind of cool that you can earn some unique badges within the club by completing stuff. So I'm excited for that part. Let's go ahead and go over Horizon real quick. So Dot Esports actually released the full abilities list for Horizon. So the passive is called Spacewalk. Increase air control and reduce fall impact with Horizon's custom spacesuit. We kind of already knew this was coming. The tactical reverses the flow of gravity, lifting players upward and boosting them outward when they exit. So this is what we've already seen teased on the map currently, that you can activate the little boost spots. It's going to be interesting. It's kind of like a jump pad in my opinion, but it's a tactical, so I won't hate on it that much. I think it'll be useful in certain situations, and it'll be also useful to just disrupt people that you're playing against. The ultimate, deploy Newt to create a micro black hole that pulls players in towards it. Now this one's interesting. What I've been told by the people who play tested it is that it has a radius, and as you get closer to the center of it, the pull gets stronger. So you're going to eventually get stuck in the middle of it. Now, I don't think it does damage, but that pull alone is very interesting because you can group a team together. You are able to fight against the pool and try to escape the pool. So it's just going to really make for a different play style, maybe really aggressive play style. I'm excited about that. I'm kind of glad it's not just super like defensive. So that'll be really awesome. But I'm curious what you guys think. So just watching the gameplay of Horizon, I mean, she looked amazing. All the streamers that play tested her and have all said positive things. They said she's good, that she's not underpowered like we've seen with a lot of characters. I'm not too sure how the spacewalk soft landing is really going to help us in gameplay, but we'll see. I mean, redeploying, obviously that little delay when you land is a pain in the ass. The next thing I want to go over are some buffs and changes for characters. This one is a really good one. I think that the people who play tested, they had a lot of fun with this. Loba's ult can now take ammo without using a slot. So you can use Loba's ult and take unlimited ammo and still have the 2 slots to pull something else. So I think that's amazing. That's going to make her really interesting. I don't think it still makes her viable in like a rank situation or anything like that, but it makes her definitely more useful. So if you're talking about in circle and you have a Loba ult, bam, you can pull ammo from all over and you can spam and keep teams out. I think it's going to be really cool to see how that changes her play up. And I don't know if she's still going to be ranked as my worst legend after that. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one. Then we have Pathfinder. So everyone knows how you currently have the Pathfinder grapple, where you grapple and then there's a cooldown depending on how far you go. But if you slide really far, that grapple cooldown can go up to like 45 seconds. Well, it can no longer go that high. The nerf is going to be that they cap it at 30 seconds. So a short grapple is still going to give you a short cooldown. However, a long grapple will no longer give you a crazy long cooldown. So I think that's really cool. That's a big change that a lot of people were complaining about, and they definitely wanted that to happen. And it looks like the devs made that happen. You probably have seen a lot of these things already discussed in videos by those who play tested. And so I did my best to gather information and dig and talk to people about things that were not talked about. So So one of the things that was not talked about in videos is Mirage's buff. What it appears to be is that Mirage's decoys now take about 40 damage before they disappear, but they don't show a hit marker. So if another person is shooting the decoy, it's not going to show damage like he's shooting a person. Instead, what it's going to do is just take longer before the decoy disappears. Now that delay alone, I think, is a huge advantage. But after talking to people that had play tested and there were Mirages in their game, they weren't even able to tell that Mirage had a buff or not. So this means that the buff might not be that impactful. It might sound really strong, but it might not actually be that impactful. See, right now, I think what happens is a lot of times a Mirage will ult and then you spam if he's in a tight circle to find that hit marker and to find, to make his decoys disappear. And then you act. You target the one that's obviously not the decoy, right? So if you're in a panic, boom, you just spray them right when he launches, make all of them disappear except for the real one, and then you target him. This will make it so that's not possible anymore. The animation also might be slightly different for when the decoy disappears, but it is not a flash and it is not a smoke. I was also told that Bangalore's ultimate now detonates faster. So it's no longer just going to sit there on the ground for a long period of time and then detonate. No, apparently it detonates much faster, so I'm looking forward to that. There also may be a passive cooldown for Lifeline. I gotta admit though, I didn't dig on that. You can leave a comment down below if one of the other creators already confirmed this. I just did not dig on that because I wasn't really concerned, to be honest. I was dying to know what was up with the Mirage buff. All right, now let's go to the weapons. So we know that the R99 has been converted back to, how it was before the care package. It is now on the ground. The Prowler is in the care package now. No, the PK is not on the ground. The PK is still in the care package. The Devo is still on the ground. These are things I've been asked a bunch today, and I'm just letting you guys know here very clear. That is how it is. The Sentinel apparently has been buffed. Then the L-Star has also been buffed. The red flashing has been reduced, and the amount of shots before it overheats has been increased. I've also just been told they may have done something with the recoil pattern because I was just told that it's a beam. Like, it's very good right now. So if you drop on one of those, I was always one of the people who were just like, nah, L-Star, I'm running past that. That might not be the play when we get the new season, but we'll know when the patch notes officially drop. As for nerfs, it appears that Wraith is no longer going to be able to... I'm kidding. How many people there just started sweating? How many Wraith mains just started sweating there? That's probably a lot. I apologize. It appears that actually the triple take is going to be nerfed slightly to just have a slower fire rate. Then when it comes to hop-ups, we do have a change with the hop-up. They added the quick draw hop-up, which can be put on the wingman of the RE45 and increases ADS speed, increase unscoped accuracy, and increase draw speed. So that is such a crazy hop-up to be added. The wingman is going to be very powerful. It'll be interesting to see if they do have any other changes to kind of balance that, because the wingman was already a really good gun. Not sure why they decided to do this. I think they wanted more people to be carrying a pistol as their secondary compared to carrying a shotgun. We've seen a lot of shotgun wars at the end, and hopefully I think they're thinking that this may help to change that. As for the gold weapons that are going to be on the ground, I believe it's going to be the Havoc, the Alternator, and the Sentinel. So keep that in mind. And then a small bit of information about the Trident vehicle before I go. It can't be destroyed. It can be disabled with arc stars and sentinel shots. Damage is actually split between the players when the vehicles hit, instead of just one person getting hit, unless they are directly fired upon. And you can put gas traps. You can actually put a Sheila like we saw in the trailer, and you can put a dome on a Trident. So that's going to be interesting. And by the way, if the Trident falls off the map, you actually just redeploy. You don't just die. So if you have a wild random, which we all know we're going to have, and you all know a random's going to drive you off the map or into a team or both, that's not going to be a problem. You'll just redeploy. And you cannot kill players by running them over. But I did see a dev say that you can be killed if geometry forces you into a place where there's no room. So most of the time, you're going to be booped out of the way, but you know how like a death box can kill you, or the train can kill you, or even opening a bin can kill you? If the geometry messes up and you don't have a spot to move to, it can kill you instantly. Anyways, that's going to be it. If you would like to ask me questions directly, you can leave a comment down below. I read all my comments. You can come into Discord. Discord links in the chat, or you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll also be live later on, and trust me, when I'm live, you ask a question, I answer it. I see everything that is asked in chat. I try to be as interactive as possible on Twitch. So twitch.tv/iLootGames. We have a 1v1 tournament this weekend for those who are following on Twitch. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time.